good, Mills?
What's poppin', CK? What's going on with you, baby?
Hey, you know what I just say? Another day, blessed to be alive,
Hey,
kicking,
listen, I
breathing,
feel you.
and
I
being
feel
able to
you, brother.
grind.
You know, it's funny. My old coworker used to say, another day taller than the grass, dog. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying? Like, hey, we here, we locked in, So, what's up with South Carolina down there? What's up with South Carolina, baby?
it's dreary.
Oh,
It like
okay.
like where I live in Greenville, it just like rains a lot, so it's just like gray. Every once in a
Okay.
while, we'll get some like pops of sunshine, but my vitamin D is low
Yeah,
these past
pause,
few
pause,
days.
pause that, pause. Okay,
Pause.
pause. Pause. Whoa, whoa, yeah, okay. Yeah, we like Cam and Mace on this.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm saying? Just say, just say the sunlight a little low, a little sunny a little bit, you know what I'm saying? All right.
Hey,
You down there in South Carolina, man, yeah, Philly, we up here, man, it's up here with snow, slushy, and all that. Typical winter up north, bro. So you know how I
yeah.
go, man. But man, it's good to see you, brother.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying?
likewise.
What's on your mind today, man? Come on, talk to me,
So,
bro.
I know you're gonna be cooking today with this topic.
Listen, hey, listen,
Hey, hey,
I ain't trying to piss nobody off, but come on, baby, come on.
hey, but you couldn't. So, I know in the previous episode, like we talked a little bit about like dating and relationships. So I'm like, let's build on that.
Mhm.
And something that like I want to discuss because I fell into this category in the past. I have friends and family members who have fallen in this category.
Mhm.
For a lack of better words, I'm just gonna call it like unhealed dating. And I guess and to unpack that a little bit more is jumping into the next thing before like you're actually like ready to. And how that's common in everyone, but let's zoom it in into the black relationships.
Okay. Oh,
And by
now,
black
now.
relationships, I'm going to a black relationship in like this sense is only one partner has to be black
Okay.
because I know there's like a lot of biracial, but
Mhm.
like biracial children, they're considered black.
Yeah.
So these biracial
Yeah.
relationships,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
they
Yeah.
black too.
Okay. Okay. All right. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let me lock in, bro. You
Mm.
know what I'm saying? Unhealed dating. Okay. So let me ask you this. What would you define what is your personal definition of being unhealed? Cuz that can be very subjective.
Yeah, it is subjective. So I am going to like use like a very vague definition, of, like how I see it. This
Mhm.
is when your your wounds from the past relationship, you're still wearing them into the next.
Okay. Now, is that just past relationships, or are you gonna go even like when you say relationships, you mean intimate relationships?
Yeah,
Okay. Okay. I'm right there with you,
yeah.
bro.
So
All
when you're
right.
wearing wounds from your exes in, into your new, so
Okay.
that's my yeah. So
All
that's
right. All right.
how I'm
That's it.
defining it.
That's what I said. It's subjective. Okay.
Yeah,
Cool. I respect it, baby. I respect
yeah.
it. You know what I'm saying? I'm right there with you. What I would go off is my personal definition. I would go off exactly that, but I would take it a step further. Because when you talk about unhealed trauma, unhealed situations, experiences that have not been addressed, and then you jump into the dating world, it is past relationships with exes, but also even further, definitely with family. Because a lot of people, the way they were raised and their experience of seeing their own parents or lack thereof, or other adult situations or whatever, even how they're treated as well, they will project and they will create chaos in the whole, you know, dating world. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, that running joke, or running, well, ain't really a joke, but this running phrase is, like the dating pool got piss in it. You know what I'm saying? So That would be my definition, like exactly what you said, but I would just take it a step further, not just intimate relationships, but also familial relationships as well. Because I do believe, as we always say, it starts in the home, baby. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where it starts. So before I get started, you know what I'm saying? Before I get my ingredients to start cooking in this joint, you know what I'm gonna let you have it, bro. I'm gonna let you go ahead and start. Go ahead with the appetizer, man. Go, yeah, give him a little appetizer before I smack him with the main meal, bro. Go ahead, man.
So starting with like my definition, or let's just like our definition of like unhealed dating, and I think we all have done it or done some like level of it. So I'm not. First of all, I want to say like I'm not throwing shade on anyone out there.
Before you even go down that road, let's stop with the disclaimer. Anything we say here, we do not want to lose our licenses. We are professionals. This is not official professional advice. This is not to listen. Don't say Jamil. Don't say Jamil CK told y'all to go back to your partner and told you to go say all this, that, and the third. Don't be trying to send clips of our podcast. Well, I mean, matter of fact, you can send clips, but don't be trying. Oh, see, look, here, see. Listen, don't do none of that. We are not trying to give you no advice on how to run your relationship and run your life. Okay, this is just entertainment. We just busting it up. We just black people. We just black brothers unpacking. That's it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All right, continue on, brother. You know what I'm saying? I just had to start because I ain't.
Hey.
You know, before you started talking, I was just
that's good.
Put that up there, bro.
That's good. And also, and like once again, not throwing shade on anyone out there. We just unpacking stuff. And so one thing like I want to like unpack about like the unhealed dating is the lack of insight, for lack of better words, of the wounds that we carry like with us that we bring into like new relationships. I think it was in a previous episode like we talked about masculinity. So sometimes women do this too, so I'm not just like picking on the men, but I know like sometimes I'm gonna like admit like I have fallen in this category is like letting like the trauma, the hurt, and the wound from the other relationship and like not acknowledging them for what they are. Man, that didn't bother me at all, man. What are you talking about? Like that, and then thinking or sort of convincing myself that I'm ready to hop in a new relationship, and then once that new relationship starts, those wounds start stinging. Like that new relationship is that salt that's cleaning out those wounds, and now you're like, oh damn. There's something here, and a lot of times at that point we still don't acknowledge it, and then we take that into the new relationship. All of these signs show up, and we continue to ignore them.
Yeah.
And well, we're not perfect. We're human. So, like I said, I have fallen in this category. Like I feel like 99% of the people who are listening to this have fallen in this category at once, and that's like why like it was something I thought about like unpacking, because it's something that we can relate to.
Yeah.
And that's the small bite, little appetizer. Let's see what Jamil got. Let's see what Mills got cooking.
You trying to set me up. All right.
Let's see what Mills cooking up.
Yeah, it's funny you picked this topic. I mean, let me start with myself. You know what I'm saying? Before I even talk to anybody else, because I mean, at the end of the day, we're gonna keep it 100 with everybody, the audience, whoever's watching, listening. We got to be able to hold our own selves accountable, right? we'll say, we'll just use the phrase dating career. In my dating career, I mean, there was a lot. I mean, for the most part, like I was, my son's mother. I mean, we were married at one point. Obviously, we got divorced. But I mean, we co-parent well. No drama, nothing like that. But I realized too, we were younger. But I realized I don't never like to say, "Oh, we were young," and use that as a justification and excuse because
Mm-hmm.
we do that a lot, man, in amongst the community. But I will say all this to say, um, I was married, got divorced, but I had to learn, ever since the divorce, I had to learn myself. I was so caught up in trying to fit in to impress the homies. I was so
Mm-hmm.
caught up in trying to, you know, live to basically be something that I wasn't. I was trying to just be out there, impressing the homies, impressing chicks, and all this, that, and the third. And I was impressing everybody else except for myself. I had to realize, though, I had to grow up. I had to mature, and realizing that there was a lot of insecurities that I had, about myself, and I was projecting, and it came up in my relationship. So ultimately, I had to do that work. There was a point in time where, like, I had to get in therapy my damn self. You know what I'm saying? Because I just wanted the perspective, and I think being in the, fast forward, what I'm saying, looking at the point of remarrying and open myself up to that journey, and process of looking into a future partner to do life with. I mean, I really found that no one is perfect, as you said, but you
Mm-hmm.
really discover, what you'll put up with and also what you won't. And I think in the dating world, no human being is 100% completely healed. No one is healed. You know what I'm saying? There are people further along in the journey who are more self-aware, who can, identify different things and what makes them tick. But we all go through situations that, yes, we've made peace with and we've moved on. It does not affect us and hold us and anchor us down as it once did in our past, but it still happened to you. You know what I'm saying? No matter
Mm-hmm.
what that situation was. And the acknowledgement of that and forgiveness. I think part of the healing process is forgiveness. And we get so caught up in forgiving someone else, but really we need
Mm-hmm.
to start with forgiving ourselves. You
Big
know,
facts. Big facts
um,
right there.
a lot of times, like, we get so caught up in what happened to us, the other person. Oh, they did this, they did it. And I'm not saying that what they did was right. Not saying
Mm-hmm.
that they don't need to be held accountable, but ultimately too, we need to start forgiving ourselves. Because we can't forgive someone else until we forgive ourselves. We can't move forward and heal and make peace with it and chalk the rest up to God until we acknowledge, hey, I need to be better so that, okay, what from this situation, what can I do to try to position myself as best as I can? Because ultimately, God's in control. So that way, I don't have to incur this repeat, situation or behavior. That comes from the self awareness. That comes from, like I said, understanding yourself, and that comes from that forgiveness. People are in situations where, like I said, they don't know themselves. People, like I even said for myself, I was chasing to impress other people. I had no identity for myself, and I was
Mm-hmm.
here projecting. I was basically a hypocrite in the dating game. In my marriage, I was a hypocrite. I was saying, "Oh, I'm husband, husband, this, that, and the third," but in reality, internally, I always felt like I wasn't good enough. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? In different categories. I always felt like my wife at the time, my son's mother at the time, I always felt like she was always better than me, and it was a privilege. It was damn near like, damn, like I lucked up and got this woman, but I self-sabotaged, for lack of better words. You know what I'm saying? But I did it not just from the outward sense, just internally I was self-sabotaging
Mm-hmm.
myself through my own insecurities. and I wasn't aware. Like, I was not in tune with my own self. And it took time. It took me looking and trying to discover myself and find my identity. But now tying it all into, like you said, the unhealed dating game, there are a lot of people out here who are dating for the wrong reasons.
Mm-hmm.
People are just dating just to have sex. I mean, to be quite honest, I mean, people are, you lying just to kick it. Some people are just out here straight up, yo, this is what I want, straight up. Some people are out here looking for marriage. You know what I'm saying? The ultimate thing is, though, if you were going to approach this dating scene or whatever, you have to be at peace. You have to be okay with being alone. It doesn't mean that you deserve to be lonely, but you have to be able to be alone. You got to be okay with being by yourself. You have to build out your peace. It's between you and God. That's it. God got you. You do what you can. Now, someone coming into your space, you have to deem if that person is good enough, consistent enough, can contribute to your peace, or are they going to disturb that peace? And like I said, everybody's going to do that because no one's perfect. But I said consistently.
Mm-hmm.
If they are consistently contributing to your peace, then okay, good for you. But if they are consistently disturbing your peace, that's a problem. And people will subject themselves. They will sacrifice their standards, morals, values, just to say, oh, my man, I got a man. Or, this is my girl. Yeah, I'm cool. I'm in a relationship. Because really, you trying to get that other person to mask over and fill the void that you feel internally, and you just lying to yourself and you're lying to them. And when you lying to yourself, you can fool everybody else, but you can't fool yourself. You can't. And I think, it just goes back to a lot of things. Like, we try to, a lot of people are just out here just trying to utilize relationships as checking off a box. Oh, well, all my friends, all my friends are getting married. All my friends are in relationships. All my friends, you know what I'm saying? Even the homies, yo, bro, dad, bro, everybody feels left behind. We live in a fast-paced world. Microwave love. That's when you push a button, okay, I love you. Okay, swipe right, okay, I love you. Okay, but that's not the way it works. You still got to put the work in. Everybody gets caught up in the physical, but no one wants to actually... Like, to really find someone genuine, that takes work. That takes time. People ain't got the patience, though. Everybody wants to be, and we all want to be loved. Don't get me wrong. We all want that companion, that partner.
Mm-hmm.
But through our own inadequacies, we try to change the other person. We don't want to work on ourselves, so we try to work on them. Oh, well, you need to do this to make me feel safe. And it's just like, no, I'm okay. I'm good. Oh, you don't love me. Oh, you don't. It's back and forth. Like, people are using people like Lego projects, bro. Like, so I say all this to say, no one is 100% healed, but everybody got to work on this accountability. Men, yes, I'm getting on. I'm holding us brothers accountable, but also women too. Because the running joke is, as most men know, women don't like accountability. Y'all run from accountability. You know what I'm saying? Now, like I said, it's a running joke. I'm not saying now that. So don't come at me in the comments. You know what I'm saying? But I just say all this to say, like, yo, we got to be better all around, bro. You know what I'm saying? So that's a little dish right there. That's the first meal right there. Like.
Yeah, like on that. The forgiveness piece, like, I find that, like, very huge. And it's crazy that we give others more grace than we give ourselves. And that right there, it's mind-blowing, like, at times. It's crazy to think about. Like, I'll give someone else more grace than I will give myself.
Yep.
And that's where just, like, that self-compassion, like, we need to be compassionate towards ourselves, and that allows us to, like, forgive ourselves, acknowledge, like, our errors, our mistakes, I don't know what the word I'm looking for, our flaws. and and it allows us to move like from those instead of like holding on to. I think of, so I'm going to use like sports as an analogy as like injuries. If we tore our ACL, MCL, and it puts us out, and a lot of times to like we will like blame ourselves for the injury, and then we'll like hone on that injury and not allowing ourselves to heal like from it. I'm sure there's still scar tissue there, so it's never going to be back to what it was. But it doesn't mean like I can't perform to the same or to a higher level if I put in that work. And then another, and so with all that being said, we have to forgive ourselves. We have to show ourselves that compassion. Another thing that I just want to shout out, microwave love. That's a bar. that's a bar right there. Microwave love. That's a bar. We might need to put that on merch. I don't know how we're going to utilize it in merch, but
hey, listen, bro. I just came off the top, bro.
Hey, that's a bar. And something that I do want to address is talking about like dating for like the wrong or the right reason, and this is just like my opinion. I don't think there's a right or wrong reason to date, but I think there needs to be like that accountability there for like that purpose that you're going in. If you're dating just for sex, take that accountability. This is why I'm dating. This is why I'm hitting you up. This is why I'm talking to you. This is why I'm calling you at 11:30 at night. This is why I'm hitting you up once I'm leaving the bar. So like having like that accountability and not going into the relationship like this is what I'm going for, but I'm gonna put up this front like I want a family. Yeah. I want this partnership.
I love you, girl. I love you, yo.
And so like I say that because like a lot of times that comes from like the scars of like our past relationships, whether it's our intimate relationships or any other relationship. Because for an example, if one like comes wounds from like they really wanted like that partnership, they wanted that union, but whatever happened in that past relationship left those scars, and so now they don't know if they want that anymore, but they're trying to convince themselves that that's what they want when they want that sex so they can feel good. They want to like run away from those scars, run away from those injuries, and replace that with something that is going to like mask that pain that they're experiencing.
Yeah.
And that word accountability, like it's owning up to like your reason, your purpose of like going into these relationships. And like I said, like none that's wrong. If you want a relationship just for sex, that's you. Own up to that. You do your thing. If you want that partnership, if you want that union, you want that family, do your thing. Go for that. Though you have to, I think, and I could be wrong. I'm no couples relationship specialist, even though I have that in my repertoire of my classes.
Pull it out, man. Pull it out, yo. Go ahead and cook, man. Teach them something, bro. That's why they here, bro. Teach them something.
Once again, this is not counseling. This is not treatment.
Yeah, we just unpack it then. You know.
Yeah. So to unpack that like ownership of like checking in with yourself and what do you want out of this relationship is, I think you like have to like acknowledge and address that, because I think sometimes what leads to unhealed dating or dating for reasons that you're unsure of is that lack of direction. Like you're going into a situation not knowing what you want to get out of it, and so we find ourselves wandering instead of moving moving towards a desired destination. And there's nothing wrong with wandering. We all find ourselves wandering, though. If we constantly wandering, we're never going to end up like where we want to be. And so for those who are dating now, thinking about dating, just something to like ask yourselves, like, what are you wanting from the relationship that you're in or that you're going to be in, and own up to that. Like, you don't like that. That's goes back to like knowing yourself, because without that piece, we find ourselves wandering, and we can only wander so long before we just end up lost.
Yeah. Nah, I think that's. I mean, I got a bunch of thoughts up in my head, man. You know, and I'm trying to think how I wanna plate this next dish. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, I mean, no, everything you said, I definitely agree with. Um, Even going a little bit more in depth, I think too. Well, a few things. Like one, right off the bat, like going back to what you mentioned about being intentional and the accountability piece and part of that identity when you're in the dating game. I think a big thing is too, both men and women, because we all human, but I mean we're men, so I'm going to speak from the guy side, and I'm also hold my guys accountable too. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are a lot of men in this dating game who are just dating to just fulfill their ego. There are a lot of men who don't know how to be alone. There are a lot of men who don't know how to sit in. Also, like, it goes back to the other episode that we had did about that masculinity. A lot of men fall victim to the cultural family, the cultural, familial, and societal pressures of what a man is and what it needs to be, that definition, which in turn they have no self-identity because they're literally at the mercy of what other people told them how they need to talk, how they need to carry themselves, how they need to act, and vice versa. And especially in the dating game, a lot of men don't even know who they are to even be in the dating game. A lot of men think, honestly, being in a relationship and being a man is okay. You pay her bills, take her on some trips, sex her up, eat her food, and listen to her complain all the time. That's what, I mean, especially that's what social media will tell you. We also fall victim, like I said, societal pressure. That's social media. Social media has warped a lot of people's expectations and, hopes, ambitions, and dreams when it comes into the dating game. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are chasing celebrities, their relationships, relationship goals, all this, that, and the third. And then it's like you chasing after everybody else's example instead of setting your own example. But even within setting your own example, you can't set your own example if you can't even set the tone for yourself and identify who you are. You know what I'm saying? We are so chasing, and like I said, comparison. Our culture. We are the sex, drugs, and cash, sports, and entertainment culture. Black culture is so much more than that. But we glorify these things that blur our direction and our guidance, especially in the relationship, in the dating game. Like, there's so many distractions out here that will thwart of the true direction of where we need to be. Bro, we need to be black husbands and black wives. Like, that's what it needs to be. We need to be married. You know what I'm saying? Like, ultimately, that's the goal. Check any religion, check any historical book or anything like that. It ain't say nothing about no boyfriend and girlfriend or situationships and all that. God ain't speak to none of them rules about situationships or boyfriend and girlfriend. Like I said, I'm not judging anybody's relationship out there, but let's keep it 100. He was speaking on husband and wives, but in order to be a husband and wife, you got to know who the hell you are, and you got to know who you dating out here. You got to know who you got to know who it is. But like I said, it comes back to internally. We be out here, and like I said, bringing it back to the guys, because I'm a guy. We just out here trying to find a woman to be submissive. We want a woman to feed and gas our heads up, gas our egos, sex us on up, cook for us, Do all of this. If you want all that, my brother, hey, listen, nothing wrong with that. But you know what? What you want is a maid. You want a robot. Wait 3 years and Tesla gonna drop that for you. But outside of that, like, that's not what a partner is. You need a woman to challenge you though. Not challenge you as far as arguments, but challenge you to think better, move faster, be better. You need a partner. You need someone who is going to uphold you when you struggle to uphold yourself. A lot of men out here, they just look at women as they have for decades from the physical sense. Damn, she bet. Damn. Like, yes, we all love sex. Trust me. We all love it. Trust me. We do. But the fact is, there's so much more to a relationship than the physical. People get so caught up in the physical that they forget and miss the internal, the emotional, the work. You know what I'm saying? Like the healing, that you spoke to. Vice versa too for women. You need a man who's going to challenge you to be better. You need a man who's going to get you up off your ass or whatever. Yes, I get it. You want to be in your soft girl era. Perfectly fine. You are a delicate flower. Doesn't mean you're weak, but you are a delicate flower. By all means, do you. Hey, queen, do you. But at the end of the day, you don't need a man to make you complacent. You need a partner who's going to give you and fuel that ambition, fuel you to be better. The same way you're going to get him and fuel him to be better, he needs to do that for you. But the fact is, though, social media gets you, I just want to look good. I don't want to do nothing. I don't want to do that, all this, down the third. Just like for the men. I just pay bills and I just, it is what it is. Like, you have to define your own story. You have to define who you want to be in this, like CK said, in this dating game. Take accountability. If you know you want this, then don't try to lead a life and convince yourself of that. Be where you are. And yes, that happens. You know what I'm saying? You got to be open and honest, bro. But that's why I'm just like, yo, it's annoying. We got to be better, bro. Like, and I'm not perfect. Trust me. Ain't no ring on this finger, which means I have not found a wife yet. Okay? I don't know. I might drive my wife crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm crazy. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, there's good men out here. There's good women. There are also trash men out here and trash women. I'm talking to everybody, but I'm really addressing the trash ones. Be better. Stop dragging good people through the mud. Stop wasting good people's time. Stop it. And I say all this to say, like, good people can be good partners. Good people can be bad partners. But bad people are just going to be bad partners. That's just it. There is no change. If you're a bad person, if you're bad to the core, you're not going to be a good partner. That's a fact. Now you can go ahead and write me a comment and all this down the third, and I'm still say what it is. So you ain't gonna change my mind. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? This is my show. So you know what? I'm sorry. My bad. It's our show. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna leave you out, bro. Ain't no I in team, bro. You know what I'm saying? Accountability. You know what I'm saying? But I just say all this to say, man, like, it's just, man, it's like you gotta be patient. Like I said, we live in a dating world where it's like, no one is patient. Well, I ain't gonna say no one. It's rare to find someone who is patient, who is willing to, dip their toe in that pool. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, man, people, it's rough out here. People got some crazy intentions, bro. People are looking for survivability. They ain't looking for no partnership. They just looking to survive. Oh, it's rough out here. I need somebody to help me. This and the third. But I think we need to give grace on both sides, man, of the coin. For both men and women. So, but yeah, man. Come on, baby. What's your thoughts on that, man? Come on, man.
My first thought is the Tesla Bay is crazy.
Listen, that's what they want. They want freaking robots, bro.
Oh, man. Not the Tesla Bay.
Yo, copyright that, though. Trademark that, all right? You know what I'm saying? Tesla Bay.
Oh, man. The social media piece, or the perception piece is more what I'm going to like define it as. Like, it's something that like I really thought of like when you're like talking about like the social media. It's, I think a lot of times that like some people, we fall into this, I'd rather have the image of this great thing versus actually like working towards acquiring that great thing. Like we want the model, we want the essence of it with the actual like product that it takes work to like get to. And a lot of that is just like the current times, like with social media. If we can put on this facade of things are going great, we are couple goals, and then on the other side of that screen where actual life is like happening, it doesn't add up. Mm-hmm. They're not equivalent of each other. And I think at this like point of time, because like social media or perception of the world and how they see us, we hold that to like such a high standard. Hey, if they think things are going well, that's all that I care about. I don't care if how things are actually going. Mm-hmm. But the world sees us as this great status, and like we just like accept that. Like people are like accepting that part instead of like looking inward and like reflecting on like the actual relationship or the actual individual and checking in like, this is not real. It may appear real to everyone else, but like deep inside, like when we're reflecting, or we can't fool ourselves. Like you said it. Like we can fool the world, but we cannot fool ourselves. And I think that's what like we're trying to do. We're trying to convince ourselves things are great. Mm-hmm. We're doing okay. This is the best relationship ever for those who are having those challenges, especially those who like fall in that category of like the unhealed dating. Masks. That's all that it is. Like just like putting on masks without addressing like what's underneath.
Yeah, I just, when you was talking about that, something popped in my head. Like in our community, especially in the Black community, we view longevity as loyalty. We think that, prime example, you hear it all the time. Oh, how long y'all been married? How long y'all been married? Oh, they've been married 30, 40, 50 years. Oh my God. This is love, relationship goals. But in reality though, like you said, it's that mask. You show up for the way the world views. The world views, oh my gosh, they've been together so long. Yes, I know. We all know at the surface, every relationship got problems. So that's already accepted. But they made it 30, 40, 50 years. Oh my God, they've been married for so long. They're so in love, but in reality, they sleep in separate beds and they can't stand each other. They hate each other. They don't even talk. They don't communicate. One live upstairs, one live downstairs. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like they don't date within a relationship. They don't do all of the work that really needs to be done. But on the outside, when it comes to the anniversary, oh, they just stay together. And we view longevity as loyalty. And at the end of the day, you can still be alone in a relationship. You can be.
Oh yeah.
That's what I said. People are so scared to be alone. Just because you got somebody to call your man or call your woman, you can still be lonely in that relationship. Matter of fact, I even challenge it. You could be more alone in a relationship because you actually got to fake the duties than actually fake it with yourself. Because when it's you ain't got to fake nothing.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And that's also like isolation that you are choosing to be in. It's like, you're in this relationship, I'm just going to use like marriage as an example because you're at like most marriages, I could be wrong. Like you're living in the same household.
Yeah.
So therefore, you're isolated, even though there's other people around, which just makes that isolation like more loud because it's like because since there's other people around, you're telling yourself I shouldn't be lonely, and then you're feeling it, and so now like that's just staring you like right in the face. And something that talking about like the longevity piece, I think something that adds to that or like influence that is sort of it could be the same in like other cultures, but I'm gonna like speak for like the black or like for black relationships. I think there's sort of like that expectation of like I have to like of if I like leave this relationship, like I'm a failure, or the world's gonna see me as this fuck boy, this hoe, this slut. And so there's some of like those those internal and external pressures that make people stay in relationships that they should not be staying in.
Yeah.
And so I think that ties into the longevity piece because it's like this is what I'm supposed. This is the message. Like this is what I'm supposed to be doing. So instead of like reflecting inward and seeing if this relationship is serving you, serving your partner, serving the relationship as the entity that it is, you're telling yourself like this is something I have to do. I have to stay in there. And while you're doing that, you're just draining yourself. You're disturbing that journey to peace by like staying in these bothered waters.
Yeah, and I think you mentioned the word peace, and I say this all the time. Like I ask my clients, especially ones who come in seeking some advice or different perspective offering on, their relationship troubles. And I ask them, the first question I ask is, where you are now, not just in your relationship, but just your life in general, but taking into account your relationship, I ask them, are you happy? Even if you're single, you know what I'm saying? Even if they're single, I just always ask everybody, are you happy? Some people say, yeah, I am happy. You know what I'm saying? Like, or some people like, yeah, no, I'm not, or they'll give whatever answer. Really, to be honest, I tell them, once they give their answer, I'll be like, look, I'm not like other therapists. I'm not gonna sit here and gas your head up. No disrespect to my peers out there, okay? Love you, okay? Every therapist got their style. But I tell my clients, look, I don't care about your happiness, bro. I really don't. If you came here looking to be happy and all that, I don't care. You can go to somebody else. I'm not about to gas you up. What I care about is your peace. Can't nobody take your peace away. See, happiness is a fleeting emotion. Happy, mad, glad, sad. And that's why people get in this dating game. Oh, I just want to be happy. I just want to be, even those who are in relationships. Oh my God, Jamil, you make me so happy. Oh, you make me so happy. And it's like, okay, so what happens when I don't make you happy? You know what I'm saying? Like, but at the end of the day, though, when you at peace, only you can give yourself peace. And I think that is a key element that is lacking in the dating world. And I ain't gonna say dating world, relationship world, but especially dating. A lot of people, when it goes back to that unhealed dating, a lot of people are not at peace with themselves. They do not know how to not only discover, maintain, and cultivate that peace, because that's a lifelong thing. They don't know how to go about identifying what peace is to them, because it is subjective, but they don't know how to maintain and cultivate that beautiful, peaceful flower, whatever you want to call it, within themselves. And they go out here trying to rely on it from other people, hoping that that person will give them peace, hoping that that person will tweak, change, or whatever the way they need so that it gives them peace and reassurance. And that is one of the biggest problems with the dating game. No one can give you peace. No one. Only you can give you peace. You know what I'm saying? And ultimately, you have to be on that self discovery. No matter your walk of life, no matter what God brought you through, you have to define your peace and find it. And when you find it, you hold on to it and protect it. My mom used to always say, I just want some peace. I just want some peace, like all this, that, and the third. And I never understood what she said. I never understood what she meant. And I'd be like, oh, mom, all right, mom, all right, you got peace, man. Relax. All right, you tripping, you dramatic, you being emotional. Until I got older and I realized, like, mom was right, like, happiness comes and goes, but that peace, though, can nobody take it away. They can contribute to it, like I always tell you, like, they can contribute to it or they can disturb it. But it's your job to protect your peace. Ain't nobody coming to save you and give you that peace, right? So I think that's what's lacking in the just relationship world. I think honestly that's why a lot of people, a lot of marriages have failed, because a lot of people like to lie to themselves, don't want to be, intentional and take accountability, and they just ultimately are just using it as a checkbox. And ultimately that's how people get hurt. You know what I'm saying? Hurt people hurt people. And it's true. I just think like we just need to be better. We need to put away these cultural, societal stigmas, man, and we just gotta wake up. And it starts, it starts within our own selves. But like I said, we be trying to feed our egos. Like we be trying to live up and impress the homies. Like for what, bro? Like, or for what, sis? You trying to impress your girl? Oh, my man, I got a man now. Just like all the dudes, yo, bro, like, bro, why? You're the one in the relationship. You trying to impress everybody else except for your own woman or your man. And even if you're not in a relationship, stop trying to impress everybody else in this dating game or your homies by jumping into the dating game when you know you're not equipped to even deal with the stuff. And I even hold myself included. Hey, trust me. I'm not just spitting this thing, just pointing the finger. I need to check myself first. I try to check myself. I try to keep myself, grounded and stuff like that. Like, because I'm human too. I make mistakes too. There's things that I'm going to put up with, things that I've been through, things that I ain't putting up with. It all starts within. I'm not perfect. No one else is perfect. I'm not saying that. But all I'm saying is, like, if you know that you're going to open yourself up to someone else, then at least be at peace with yourself first. Start there. But you also, with that peace, you also got to be okay with being rejected and giving out rejection respectfully. A lot of people, that is a big thing. A lot of people cannot handle rejection.
That's a whole episode. That's a whole other episode right there.
But
it's a whole other episode.
Hey, listen, player. You right. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going. All right, we going. All right, we say that episode another time, bro. I ain't going to do them like that, bro. But yeah, man, I just want us to be better, man. Want us to be accountable, man. I mean, I know, like, man, we could have went on like talking crazy about the unhealed dating and all that, but
this is another like ongoing topic. This like we barely scratched the surface like with this topic. So you can definitely expect future episodes of bringing this back up.
Yeah. We need to see you cook, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we want to hear you, bro. We want to see what CK got to say about the topic, man. So, yeah, no preaching from me. I promise. I ain't gonna preach. Bro. I promise.
Hey, don't like. Keep the spatulas and pans. Don't let people tell you.
Look, I can cook, bro.
Hey. Don't let anybody tell you to stop cooking. I can't get a whole sauce.
I can't get a whole meal. Throw the meal at them. You know what I'm saying?
Keep on cooking. And sorry, I heard my dog bark in the background. The fiance must got home.
Together, bro. Come on.
So something like going back to like peace and how I look at like that piece is it's not something that we obtain. It's a process that we're constantly like working towards, and because I think sometimes, or it's a destination that keeps on moving is a better way
Yeah.
I'll put that. Because sometimes when we get there, like this may be peace in this moment, though the next moment the coordinates can shift. So it's a process that we must continue to work towards. And then, as far as peace, like since we're talking about I tell like my families that I see, and then also like my patients, I don't do couples counseling because that's a whole other story. We can get into that another day. But I do have like I do have the education and acumen like of like working with relationships and marriages, and I tell with everyone that I work with that in a relationship when we're talking about like this intimate partnership, there's three entities that need to be taken care of. There's each individual partner. If you're polygamous, there may be more than two, but right now we're talking about the standard two-person relationship. So there's two entities right there, and then there's the relationship itself, which is its own entity, and you must like nurture all three of those entities must be like nurtured. I think sometimes we forget about that, and we sometimes put the relationship ahead of ourselves, or sometimes we put ourselves ahead of the relationship, or sometimes we put our partner above ourselves in relationships, and that sometimes like leads to like those spirals of like where those like wounds come from. All that being said is just to remind people in relationships now or wanting to be in relationships that your peace, your partner's peace, and the peace of the entity of the relationship itself is all things that need to be worked toward. Once again, like only you can determine like what peace is for you. Only your partner can determine what peace is for them. But this is where the partnership comes in.
Yeah.
What does peace look like for this relationship, this union? And this is something that I feel like if you're able to identify this early, and it's also, I'm going to say, it changes. Like, once again, the coordinates may move and it may look like different in year 2 in the relationship versus year 10 in the relationship. Because we're growing, we're not the same. We're always like evolving and changing. That's the only constant that there is. So to being able to like reevaluate that as it goes, when you know this piece is no longer peaceful, it's like reflecting inward and finding like, okay, what is the peace now? Peace was this back then, but what is it now? Because if we try to hold on to what peace was and it's not peaceful, I don't even need to say like what that may lead to. And I still can't get over Tesla Bay. And this is my ADHD mind going. I was just thinking, because I was thinking of merch. I was like, having like a robot that says Tesla, and then on the top says microwave love.
Did it?
Hey, expect that merch coming soon.
Listen, that's what people, man. Look, that's what people want, man. Like I said, that was me holding, guys accountable. But like I said, like it's funny, when you talk about, we got up here and we're just explaining things, when we try to hold the guys accountable, they gonna be like, oh, you simp, man. You trying to say you ain't holding the women accountable. Then when you try to say something about the women, oh no, what about them? You need to hold the men accountable. So I mean, that's why I say at the end of the day, both sides need to be better. And at the end of the day, no one's perfect, but ultimately, like, We have to be better. Everybody has their own journey. I think, like I said, we just have to constantly renew our intentions, renew our values and morals, because we live in a world that is not big on morals and values and standards. You know what I'm saying? Or it doesn't necessarily adapt with this day and age. A lot of people, they get so caught up on, oh well, I'm about traditional values, but at the same time, it's kind of like, well, are you want a traditional, we'll say a traditional operation in your marriage, both men and women, but are you personally moving in a traditional sense, or are you moving in a modern sense? You know what I'm saying? Like, I see a lot of cherry picking. You know what I'm saying? You can't always, you can't always have it both ways. Now, obviously, you got to meet somebody who's on the same page with you. But a lot of people be trying to project and control and manipulate and gaslight. I don't even want to use that because people just be using that word. You know what I'm saying?
Gaslight.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm triggered. All right,
that's a proper word.
Yeah, they throw that around, man. Listen, if you're out there watching it, feels I don't care because I'm going to use it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but at the end of the day, like, I don't even know what other word to use, like trigger or gaslit. Like, I get it. It does happen.
Facts. Big facts.
But it's just like, man, like it's almost like that's kindergarten language.
Yeah.
Like,
so that's another topic that we should.
All right, man. It's another topic. Damn.
Yeah. But for another episode though. But like pop psychology, that's what I call those words. Is where
pop psychology.
Psychology.
All right.
I did not coin that term. I saw it on LinkedIn, but I was like, that.
All right. Shout out to the LinkedIn person who did that, bro.
Yeah. But they're like talking about like these words that we use that have like actual like scientific meanings behind them, but we use them in pop culture that just waters them down, such as like calling people narcissists.
Oh my God!
Calling people sociopaths, gaslighting, triggered. But that's a whole other episode. But I'm looking at time. But so I do want to thank everybody for like tuning in for this episode. Once again, like a lot of these topics that we unpack, well, we're only like scratching that first layer, and we can go deeper into these, and we will in future episodes.
Just to get y'all talking, all right? I'm tired of talking. How about that? Just to get y'all talking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're gonna have live streams soon where y'all can comment.
Ooh, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I might.
Hey.
That's TBD, to be determined. He making announcements before we discuss it.
Because I know you want to see Chef Mills cook live.
You don't want to see me live, bro. Nah. You just said that we ain't giving professional advice. That's me giving therapy advice live. No. Hey. You trying to get me caught up. I see what it is.
Not at all, man. Not at all. But thanks again, Mills. Always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure, baby. It's good to see you, Black man. It's all good to see you, bro. All right, y'all.
All right, we out.
All right.